kudos to the deck, not to the player. Welcome back, crew. We are back with Ace again. This is the same build as last time, so we're not going to spend too much time on the deck as a whole. But if you would like to go through the deck in its entirety, click on this video up here because it will go through every card in this deck. Now, I do want to clarify, I did have a comment in one of my videos, why am I running this Ace? And although I did justify it in that other video with, 6,000 body, 1,000 counter, I want aces to run this kid. I didn't state, and I haven't stated it for a while, but way back when I did, 18 is a very good number of aces that you want to have in your deck. We have here 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18 aces. So 18 5 costs is what you want for your leader effect so you don't whiff too much. Now we can increase our chances, obviously, by stacking our deck and guaranteeing that we find 5 costs on the top. This card can also do a little bit of searching, so it does help with that stacking effect. So if you are having trouble with whiffing, please do use these cards because they will help you not whiff. Now, this deck, you guys have requested, and I would not be doing this deck any justice if I was not pitting it against, I think, the toughest deck in the OP13 format, Eam. We have Eam today, we have UP Luffy today. This deck, it's still going to be a hard match into Eam. Not going to lie there, but, still really good. This deck is really good. If you get your setup, I think you're winning. Blue Pepper Luffy, you find this card, you're winning. So I'm going to talk, if you want to jump ahead to the videos, just click on the timestamps. It's in the description. Go straight to the videos. If you want to know the general strategy into these matchups, let's go through it now. So this kid is very important into both of these matchups. This kid allows us to put early pressure on those decks, and Eam, you have to do that. For Eam, you really need to get their life down to, you want it down to 1. Realistically, if you can get it down to 1, you're going to have a pretty good time. And this Luffy is going to allow that extra big body on the board to apply extra pressure to their life to get that life down. You need to get it at least a 2, 1 ideal. This is the strategy that you want for the early part of the game. Second part of the game, try and get Oden out on the 7-8 Don turn. You want to get a new gate out on the following turn. Now, when you do get this Oden out, you can't leave him rested on the field until you've established 1 to 2 of these new gates. That is the rule. If you have him rested, you're going to lose him. You lose all that momentum. You lose all that Don that you've committed to this character. You cannot have him rested at that stage. So you need to have enough life to be able to sustain those few hits. Don't forget, once you establish this new gate, you will be stopping a hit while keeping this on the field. When you establish the second new gate, the second one's a lot easier to establish because you do have this other blocker already. And the turn you establish him, you still have, you're putting pressure down because you're throwing 2 onto here, 2 onto your leader. And the time you do get the second one of these out, you can have this one swing and be rested. So you are able to swing this one once, Can't double swing yet because you've committed all your Don to the second new gate. The following turn, you are applying some serious pressure because you've got 2 swings here, 1 swing here, 2 swings here, and you've got all that Don to commit wherever you want. So at that stage, you are winning. That is the strategy for this deck. Turn 5, turn 6, turn 7 is turn 7 is probably the one that you're going to take it. If not, you've set yourself up to win turn 8. Alright, so that is Eam. Luffy, very straightforward strategy. I'm still not sure whether I want first or second. I think either is fine into the deck. I've got 2 games for that Luffy. The first one isn't great because they realized pretty early that they've lost and they just don't want to continue. I'm throwing it in because it is the other curve and you get to see how strong this is on both of those curves. So leaving that game in, but the second game is a lot more straightforward. I think either of those, when you're using this leader against UP Luffy, I feel like you're just going to every single time just cream them. You have a really good matchup into that leader. Guarantee. They are going for high end. We have a great high end strategy. We have early pressure early on, and if it's a battle of life, they are losing. So I actually don't know their best strategy into us. That's how strong this leader is against UP Luffy. So anyway, strategy is get this out. You want to just buff your leader as much as you can before you get the Oden down. Once you got the Oden down, I think it's quite straightforward. You swing with Oden, you win. And if they do start to establish a wide board using their Sanjis, you just drop new gate after new gate and apply pressure that way. If they turn sideways, you can attack in. If they're not one that you really want to go for their board, because you can't really starve that Luffy deck out very easily. If they do start to go low, like you might use the Pudding. Pudding is another important card for that matchup because they can go quite big on their hand and Pudding just brings it back. Then you can apply pressure with the Oden and pressure with the new gate and just really clean them up that turn. They're the sort of overall strategies. The other thing with the Blue Purple Luffy is this card can come in handy because they can go down to 0 very easily. And if they don't have a lot in hand, you put this down, you throw an Otama down, and all of a sudden you're hitting 15 at face and they've got only what's in their hand to defend with. So really, really strong way to get through there. Anyway, I hope that makes a bit of sense to our strategies into those 2 leaders. Let me know if you have any questions about it, but let's not waste any more time. Let's have a look at these games. All right, we have Eam. They have choice, so they took second. And that is not the hand we want. Let's mulligan that. We've got a kid. We do have a kid. This is good. We're still searching, though, for our top end, but starting with this, I am happy about that. And this in hand, we might be able to do some good stuff here. We'll see. How have you guys been going with your ace with this build? Have you tried it out? What do you think of it? I am enjoying this build a lot. Just Oden, really just Oden. Love what Oden does for our leader. And I enjoy this card too. So happy that I've sort of put together a build which you can play this and the Oden. Very spicy stuff. So next turn we drop this. Not going to give that away. Yet it's going a little bit low and we probably could have afforded to take it, but and I do not like this card. But going for this card means they're not going for the Saturn and the building the hand. So interesting. Next turn play. So we do this, we find the perfect ace. We can. What else can we do here? There's not a lot. So what we are going to do is attack. Get one from hand here or take this thing out. One from hand, that's great. Drop this down, boost this up, place on bottom, place on top. Next turn we're going to play the Oden, so we don't actually need to stack yet. So I'm going to place on bottom because we don't want this card. I think I want to find this card, but I could use this to stack it at the top. I think I'm going to place this at the bottom to grab later. And attack in and they'll block it. It's okay. Hand neutral, we just got rid of a threat on the board, so we're not going to take a hit this turn. I mean, we might take this hit, but we're not going to take that additional hit. So all we need to do now is find our new gates. If we can get 2, really happy. 2 against this deck is a good thing. And then we can just freely hit with our Oden. I think 1 could be enough though. All right. KO this. Okay, losing the Stussy. And we take it easily. Another Oden, okay. So not really what we wanted to see there, but this is good. This is a card. It's such a low number that Eam doesn't like this number. You know, lose one of these. They don't want to lose a card from hand, but this is how you do it. And we drop the Oden. So this is turning out really nicely, but we are missing the whitebeard. So might be doing one of these next turn. Charlie ideal because she can stack the top. And this Oden will probably end up being fodder for our whitebeard because we do need to discard a card from that effect. And this is why it's not a bad thing to have a couple of bricks. Okay, we take this on. Nice for later. We take this. And that was a good one. Gives me a lot of confidence. A lot of confidence. Okay. So 2 on. We find this. This is a great top. If we 2, 3, 2. I do want to attack with Oden, so I think we can't use Charlie. And we don't need to use Charlie anymore, actually. So I 2 for this down. I 3 for it back. So let's attack here. Okay. Should take this life. And we'll drop this. Use card action. Take the top life. We'll throw. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to throw this back up there. And then We'll do the restand and we leave him like this. We don't want to risk him getting attacked into, especially when they can do their drop this turn. And I think this guy here, Ethan Baron, he is Oden's worst threat because he negs his power and allows these guys to really smash into him. So don't want to leave Oden, rested when we don't have these whitebeards on board. So we do counter out. And now we're okay. Now we just take the rest. Take one from here, one from Ethan Baron, and that's 2, which is a lot, but we will establish this next turn. Okay, here it comes. They do have them, right? Is that it? Ooh. And, yeah. That is unfortunate for them. Unfortunate for them. Lucky for us. So we drop this down. We don't get the restand effect, but not too worried. So they will have a fair few that they can hit into us. We're going to trash this card. 2 here, 2 here. Attack here first. If they take this, then there's no need for us to attack with Oden now because they just get rid of that. So I'm not going to actually attack this turn. A little bit too risky at this stage. And how many of these? They've just lost 1, so there's still 3 of these left. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we do a 1. Or we just take this one. They will then attack with this. If they don't attack with this, then they've got the better of us, but no. Ooh. Okay. Not taking it. If they attack with this, then they've got the 10 drop to come. We'll know in a second. And we will get out of it if they drop the 10. And do they have Ethan Baron? I think they still don't. No block. 2 and 1. Okay, 10 comes down. They do their thing. We can't oh, they don't have Ethan Baron. They didn't. Well, that is unlucky for them. Very unlucky. And they lose another one of those. That's 3. All right, this is going to come to a conclusion pretty quick. So we just drop another one of these. We trash a card. Do we need to trash it? Going to be this one. 2 here, 2 here. Attack. They definitely block it. Attack. Okay. Interesting. And I think we end And next turn we can really do some damage. We need to leave these up in case they went for game. So they've just found him. They do still need to get him to trash. But they can play him. Or can they play him? Is he a 6? He's a 6. They used effects, so that means they don't have the 10 in hand. This is what they have. They cannot attack with this. They need this. And they negged off here. Is it interesting? It's an interesting play. We could drop the 3 here. And if we do the 3, then we block the other 2. They're going to drop another 6. It's probably one of these. I'm going to block it. I think we're just going to have 776 come at us. Okay. Nine and 8. They need to leave something. If we take this, I don't think they can get through still. And we can't rest something, so no trigger. But it is a 2k, a strong 2k. So, alright, so I don't think they're going to use this. They need to keep a blocker up. We block, they end their turn. But that's it, that's game. Because we have 2 swings here. Like, they have no chance, really. Especially if we find an ace now. We push through with this card here. Take a life. Give it to this. Like, what do they have here? We've got an 11 here. I mean, we don't even need the extra power, but we're just going to do it anyway. And you know what? They could actually have the other, it never existed. So, what are we on? 12. They can't do, so that's 4, 9. They can't get out of this. They can't get out of these ones. It's game. Block. And done. This is ace into eam. Really strong, and as I said, this is the setup that we were going for. It's the Oden, it is the 2 whitebeards. This is ideal for this scenario because you have to block out a lot. You might be able to do it with this, but it's going to be pretty hard. And we were holding this up our sleeve, so we could have snuck in if the timing didn't go quite right, that they were left with 0 and had their board. I think we did get a little bit lucky in that they couldn't find this card when they needed to, but I don't think overall that would have changed. I mean, we would have had less in our hand at the end of the day, but I think we still would have been okay. So that is ace into eam. Still need to do Luffy, so I might see if I can find that now. I do also want to say that this is the setup that we were going for with the Oden whitebeard. And we were able to take control with just this alone. So this wasn't really something our opponent could play around, where the taxgate they could. And this is the reason why we've gone for this strategy. Eam can't play around this. This is just going to hit them in the face. like it did. Let's find that game. We have Luffy. We have Luffy. Okay. Keeping it. Keeping it real. This is pudding. Great. Early with the ace. Good. Seeing this. Also good. This is going to be a good game. And taking it. Gonna play this down. And I feel good. I feel good about this top life. I'm almost wanting to play the sub game here. Should we do it? Not yet. Not yet. And I'm glad I didn't, because I was actually going to choose a different card. So. We definitely want to play something out here. Gonna play that for sure. And if there were a 5,000 power leader, we could hit in first, but we can't. So what other value can I get here? Not much. Like, I could use this to flip this down and go in for next turn, but I think having an ace on the field is going to be ideal. And that's kind of cool. Place on top. We're going to set up an ace. And we don't need our Oden yet. And we've got 3 here, so I think we play down Viola. This should go through, right? Can't see why it wouldn't. And Viola down. Have a look here. We should have done Viola first. Okay. End turn. And I mean, we win on the spot there. Let's find another Luffy game. Just the power of that, it's really stunted them. They know that we are just going to be very oppressive on that following turn. And you know what we could have done? We could have used this card. I think I just saw a snippet of it. This ace, where is he? The event ace, that is. That one. You know what? I'll just... Oh, we found it. This card here, this card is going to devastate this Luffy deck because you're just going to slip through on that last life and they don't have the Big Mum anymore. This player was well aware this game was lost. This game was lost on turn 3. Let us find another UB Luffy just so I can do the full game. Alright, we have another one. Let's do Luffy here. We're going to take second. And I'm going to keep this hand. Mostly because of this ace. We've got this searcher as well. Oden's here. This is all pretty good. We could do with the pudding. And we do still need to find the whitebeards. But as a whole, we are on track here. This is great. Okay, so we could opt. I think we still do this play. And I do wonder if first or second is actually better against this deck. Last time was first, and it did put us in a really good position. Just going to take this one, and this is great. This is great because we can get this on curve. So we're going to do a search here. Best ace. This could have been actually a really good play. Actually, no, we need 2 or less life. We wouldn't have been there. So we did the right pick here. We do this effect. We get the extra here. We place on top. Yes, we do. This one first. And then whatever we want second. Although I was going to do an ISO search. Now we can't do that. So that was a little bit of an error on my part, but we didn't know what we were going to get. So I think we're just going to do this and then, put extra on to take that life. I can't do this now. Next turn we are searching again. I would like to find that ace. And we get to hit twice in next turn, so that's really cool too. And if they do put a blocker down, we do KO it. They've only got 5, so anything is in reach of this. There's a blocker. Can't hit us because we're too big for him. We would love to find a pudding. As I mentioned, we would love to find a pudding. Okay. Oh, sorry, they haven't discarded their 2 yet. So they've just drawn the 3, working out what they want to get rid of. 8 is still a good pudding hit. Still a really good pudding hit, particularly when, yeah, not going to happen. So yeah, we find the ace, we take this down with Zeus, and then we can swing. So where we have 4 left. All right, so we have a look. I'll leave this one up for later. Okay, we use action, take top life, drop this, and we're going to hit here 7 first, then 8. So take a 2k, then 2 more cards. Maybe they just take it. Okay, there's a 2k. And this is 2 cards here. Potentially 3. And they've taken it. Okay. Really good, really good. Oden next. We might not even need to go for this whitebeard play, but we'll see how it pans out. This hand is very big. And they pudding us. Unfortunately for them, they gave us a pudding. Okay, I'm gonna 2k out of that. And what do they got here? Okay. This is it. We hit them with the pudding because it is 3 cards. And we might even take them with this card here. So we're going to start here. 7. Not even going to do anything there. We attack in. They have to defend it. And then they're going to take this. And then next turn we can actually just come in. We take whatever hits. I don't think we're going to get down to 1 though. Strong, very strong play. Very strong play because it puts them at 8 for next turn. And this is what I was trying to actually avoid with this pudding hit. So I think they have to take this life. They'll attack in at this and play down a blocker, I would imagine. And I'm not sure what's replaced the Katakuri in that place. Because I thought they were running mostly a Dofi package now, and yet they took it. I couldn't see how they couldn't take that. With only 4 cards in hand, like having a 2k and a 1k, they probably may have had 3 1ks, might not even had enough to defend that. Okay, revealing this event. So they're going to need to leave 1 up. Means they've got 7 to play with. Wait, is it 1 up or 2? Yeah, it's just 1. Means they've got 7 to play with here. Oh, sorry. No, they get to draw 2 cards. They'll have a bit more than that to play with. They'll have 9 to play with, which could be the Sanji. Sanji down. Drops the Luffy. Okay. We won't get to play this. So if you have 1 or less life cards, unless I draw something which takes our life, because I'll attack 1 into this and then 1 at face, we'll be left with 2. So unless one of my top cards is a life remover, we can't play this. And I think the only life remover that we would want to find is an Otama. If we find Otama, we take a life and gain extra power. We throw this down, attack into them. We know they can +3 here. Alright, I think they were just trying to calculate how they play this out. We can get out of this. And I think we should. If we can't use our effect, they don't have a blocker and we just split and win. I think is how we do this. And the reason I want to keep this life right now, I mean, are they just lost? They got 9, possibly another 4 brings them to 13. I can't see this working out for them. So that's the +3. Then they need to add 1. Then they add 2. Let's see how this goes. And then what I'll do is I'll actually throw another 2 onto pudding. So there's another 2 cards here. 2 onto pudding is 1 card. And then 2 on here is 2 cards. So yeah, we just win there. I mean, I really don't see Blue Pepper Luffy being a threat to our deck, particularly if we can find the Kid Ace card early. We just put so much offensive pressure. We're just not worried about them, and we have so many tools at the top end to deal with this deck. So that is our Ace deck into 2 of the hardest decks in the OP13 format. Hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know any comments you have about this deck. What are your thoughts about it in general? Are we on the right track? What are some things that you guys are cutting from this deck or adding into this deck? Love to hear it from you guys. Helps me, helps all you guys. Let's build this together. Until next time, look after yourselves and look after your decks.